CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you're with us on this Thursday. Provincial police are investigating a fatal fire in Chapleau. Around 6 this morning, a fire broke out at a home on King Street. The OPP were called in to support the Chapleau Fire Department as one person was found dead in the residence. Motorists and residents are asked to avoid the area while police and the fire marshal conclude their investigation. So let's talk weather now. Double-digit highs today and sunshine, but the temperature is going to dip this evening. For more details, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman. Rick.
Yeah, dip is really an understatement, Tony. Environment Canada issuing a frost warning for Greater Sudbury and North Bay. So again, for those of you who ventured out and bought plants and are kind of worried, bundle up those plants. Our systems map, courtesy of Environment Canada, brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. We've got some clear weather, some sunshine in, and some warmer temperatures coming up. Hint of precipitation late Friday evening, maybe early Saturday morning. We'll get into that in the 5-day forecast and a lot more. But you're going to love, Tony, some of the temperatures coming up next week. Mid-20s. Like, who would have thought? Well, spring is finally here and just in time for the long weekend for some people, depending on where you live. We'll get into that and a lot more, but some warmer weather. We do have some precipitation and the temperatures, yes, temperatures we've been waiting for. Back to you.
Good to hear. Thanks so much, Rick. An investigation is underway at a new housing development in the south end of North Bay following concerns from a neighbor that a wetland might have been drained to accommodate the construction. CTV's Eric Tashner tells us more.
It is sad.
Tracy Boucher has been living near this wetland between Bunting Drive and Blair Street for 10 years. Her backyard offers a front row seat to the ecosystem and the many species that call it home.
We've got a blue heron that lives back there. We've got Blanding's turtles that live back there that are on the endangered species list.
When she noticed construction of the new Meadow Woods subdivision a few weeks ago, she didn't think much of it until the pond began drying up despite a record-level rainfall. Boucher says that doesn't normally happen until the summer.
I noticed a gentleman over at the beaver dam with a stick poking at the beaver dam. I thought to myself, that's really odd. We should have a lot of water in there. He should not be able to be anywhere near that.
She became concerned and since then has become an advocate for the wetland. She was provided drone footage that shows a trench was dug, diverting water to another larger pond some distance away.
It's a substantial trench. It wasn't something that was dug by hand. It was dug by machinery.
She reached out to the province, Conservation Authority, and the city. The Conservation Authority visited to take photos of the site. The Ministry of the Environment, Conservation and Parks has launched an investigation, writing, "The Ministry is aware of the reported drainage, has completed a site visit to assess potential impacts to the wetland, and is currently determining appropriate next steps." The city entered into a subdivision agreement with the property owner, Intrigo Holdings Limited. The city says its involvement is limited to land use planning and approvals under the Planning Act. The subdivision was originally approved by council in 1988 and has undergone several updates over the years, most recently last year for its current development phase. CTV News reached out to the general contractor, Kenelax, but the company did not respond. While she's not against building new homes, Boucher wants to ensure the species are being protected as best as possible.
All that I would want is to make sure that it's being done ethically and with the environment in mind.
Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
Days after officially launching his re-election campaign, Greater Sudbury Mayor Paul LaFive took the stage for his State of the City address. CTV's Amanda Hicks reports.
Greater Sudbury is building momentum.
Sudbury Mayor Paul LaFive received a standing ovation after delivering his State of the City address to a packed hall at the Caruso Club.
Today's speech was about addressing affordability and capacity and ensuring that everybody can obviously have an opportunity to thrive in the city of Greater Sudbury, addressing the challenges as well. But looking that we have a plan, there's momentum, there's private investments, government investments between the province and the feds.
LaFive touched on critical minerals, homelessness, and major infrastructure projects, asserting that the city's new event center remains on time and on budget. The Chamber of Commerce luncheon brought together leaders from mining, education, and the private sector.
I think some of the challenges remain in the downtown, and I think some of our downtown businesses are still experiencing some challenges with the effect of crime and safety on their businesses, which is ongoing. But I do see some positivity happening there, and the city's always open, and the police are always open to having those conversations.
We're going to go from 9 mines to 15 mines in a very short space of time. No other jurisdiction in Canada is going to be able to do that and take that. That takes massive investment, and it's a team effort. So today, I think really with everybody here that's in the room, it's really showing how the community has come together to build Sudbury in a leadership position for this.
Having just announced his intent to run again, LaFive says addressing the housing crisis remains one of his priorities in the months ahead.
Affordable housing, basically supportive housing as well, right to market housing. That's what I'm focused on. And there's a few industrial projects that will be coming forward. They're coming on their own, and we're there to support them.
While LaFive wouldn't offer specifics today, he promised a series of announcements in the coming weeks, claiming they will bring a job boost to the region. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. But first, we are heading to Algonquin Park, and this live webcam is courtesy of the Friends of Algonquin Park. It's from the Park's Visitor Center. It's 8 degrees in Whitney. We are back in just a few minutes.
Tonight,
she was my friend, my confidant, my light.
a deadly drug sold to young people who want to die.
We've seen an increase in the number of cases.
Why, after one seller was put behind bars, people are still dying. W5 investigates tonight on CTV National News and ctvnews.ca.
Hey, a sunny day in Northeastern Ontario for today. We've been waiting a long time for that temperature. 13, 14, 15, 16. Not a bad day overall. Forecast radar right now. That system that plagued us is gone. Another system about to approach by late tomorrow afternoon. Expect some rainfall by tomorrow evening, maybe early Saturday morning. And then that'll leave as well. Then we'll get some sunshine and some warmer temperatures. Let's have a look at some of the numbers now. Sudbury Nickel Belt, mainly sunny tomorrow at 16. I like that. Good start to the weekend. Okay, Saturday, 40% chance of showers up to 20. 16 on Sunday, sunshine. Monday, holiday Monday, 22. A change in the forecast. 22, sun and cloud. And Tuesday, chance of showers, 24. But there's also a risk of frost in the forecast for Greater Sudbury Nickel Belt for this evening and overnight, as well as North Bay. Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, showers tomorrow 15. Here we go, 19 and 18 Saturday, Sunday. Those temperatures look great. Monday, chance of showers 21, 20 on Tuesday, chance of showers as well. But you do have some sunshine and warmer temperatures. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, chance of showers tomorrow at 18, 23 Saturday, more of the same. Sunday, sunshine and 15, showers off and on. Holiday Monday at 18, chance of showers at 60% Tuesday with a high of 19. How about Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake? Mainly sunny tomorrow, 17 to start things off on your weekend. Chance of showers at 40% on Saturday, 23 your high, 15 Sunday, sun and cloud. Chance of showers Monday at 23 as well, and more of the same on Tuesday. But no chance of sunny breaks in that forecast for next week. Meanwhile, in North Bay and West Nipissing, mainly sunny tomorrow. You'll like this, 18. Chance of showers on Saturday at 19. That's pretty well the story across the Northeast. The chance of showers at about 40% Saturday. Sunday, sunshine 16. Chance of showers, the odd sunny break. Holiday Monday, 25. And 24 Tuesday, chance of showers at 40%. Tony, you got to like those temperatures, 24, 25. It's about time as we finally hit the long weekend. We'll have further details coming up next hour. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. A survivor and advocate shared her story in Sudbury yesterday at a lunch and learn hosted by Angels of Hope Against Human Trafficking. Details now from CTV's Alan Everson.
And then I'm going to walk you through the stages of exploitation.
As the keynote speaker, Carly Church calls education about human sex trafficking power.
Understanding that aspect of it, of just how psychological human trafficking can be. I always wonder to myself, if somebody came into my high school and actually talked to me about human trafficking and what it truly looked like, would it have happened to me? Or would I have had the information, the knowledge, the skills to really understand what was happening to me before it was too late?
Church says domestic human trafficking is not what the movies and the media portray. She says it's actually a trauma bond.
In reality, traffickers build a psychological hold around people. It feels as if you can't leave. It feels as if, there are invisible bars or invisible chains.
Church says the average age of recruitment into human trafficking is between 12 to 15 years old.
Is so young, which is why I think that, again, education is power. I think that we need to be educating our young people not only on what to look out for, but also educating them about, their own vulnerabilities, empowering them, teaching them about consent, healthy relationships.
Church says human sex trafficking is one of the fastest growing crimes, with 2/3 of it that occurs in Canada happening here in Ontario. Elena Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
Cap Minerals, a Canadian critical minerals company, and Hanwha, one of Japan's leading global trading and industrial material companies, signed a memorandum of understanding. It would see Hanwha buy and distribute phosphates and rare earth element concentrate from Northern Ontario. The companies would also collaborate to establish processing capacity, including the production and distribution of purified phosphoric acid.
We're the closest to production when it comes to phosphate, but also with our rare earths, we're looking at 24 to 36 months in terms of production timeline. We have RFQs out for EPCM contractors to work with us to design the plant and then work with us to build the facility at Campus Casing. So we're moving forward quickly.
We've been discussing with Cap Minerals for well over a year now, and actually probably closer to 2, and talking to them about what is it that we can do. We're open for business, and we're wholly accepting of what they have to bring, and we're ready to move.
The Cap phosphate mine is one of the highest grade phosphate deposits in the world. Cap Minerals says there will be employment created in the construction phase. It estimates 300 could be involved in the construction phase and another 200 to 250 jobs in its daily operation. The numbers are in for the first 3 months of the year, coming up on CTV News at 5. Police in Timmins say violent crime is up and so are drug offenses. How are they going to combat the spike in those numbers? Officials with Timmins Police released statistics from the first 3 months of the year. They show a rise in several crime categories, including violent crime and drug offenses. CTV's Lydia Chubak has more.
Increase in violent crime.
The deputy chief released crime statistics today during the Timmins Police Service Board meeting. Darren Donnell says violent crime rose just over 9%, including 1 homicide.
What we noticed most notably was that the weapons calls for service that we attended to, those were increased over the course of January to March. So that could be any type of weapon. Those are not necessarily just firearms or knives. That could be baseball bats. It could be actually somebody throws something at somebody or anything like that.
Donnell says drug offenses were also up 50%, while social disorder incidents climbed nearly 54%. Donnell says many of the social disorder calls involved officers assisting community partners and outreach workers who felt they needed support while providing services. Donnell says Timmins Police does not take these figures lightly.
It's a snapshot of 3 months of our year, so again, as though it is concerning, and we are monitoring it.
Traffic collisions were also up, something police attribute in part to a long winter and difficult road conditions. Donnell says patrol officers will also be enforcing rules surrounding electric vehicles and other alternative modes of transportation.
If you don't have a driver's license to operate this, first and foremost, you can't be doing it. If it doesn't have ownership, insurance, and all of those pieces to it, then those shouldn't be on the road and they'll be removed from the road by the police.
A public education campaign is expected to roll out in the coming weeks, followed by enforcement targeting unsafe or illegal vehicles on city streets. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
High school students from French public schools in the north rolled out their annual radio show concert today in Sudbury. CTV's Angela Gemmell has more.
It's time for these students from McDonald Cartier Secondary School to hit all the right notes.
It is really a showcase of talent of the North in French, so you don't get that too often these days.
This artistic event is from French Public School Board Conseil Scolaire de Grand Nord. The 22nd annual radio show involves more than 100 students from 7 high schools across the north. They spend a week together at Laurentian University, taking part in workshops, training, and rehearsals. The big finale is a trio of concerts, all performed on the same day.
One of my friends thought she wanted me to try it out because she said I'm like a good singer, so she said I should try it. It's been fun meeting new people and kind of just getting out of my comfort zone a bit.
Participating students are in one of 2 streams. Those in the music stream concentrate on their performances, while students in the promotional stream focus on marketing, technical production, and hosting.
Just love talking, if I'm honest.
This grade 12 student is one of 3 MCs.
I wanted to be part of it because it's been 4 years that I've been doing radio show, and I got attached to creating a specific video to the group of my school, and it's just so fun, and you get to hang out with friends from all over Northern Ontario.
For some students, this is a chance to see other parts of the province.
Especially for our high school that are like in Long Lake and Marathon. It's a week out of the school here in Sudbury. They get to see the university, they get to see other people in other schools, because some of those schools are really remote. So they get here, they get together. It's like a big jam session.
Organizers say radio show is a chance for students to determine if this is a career path they want to pursue, but mainly it's a chance for them to make new friends, improve their talents and abilities, and put on a show. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
Artificial intelligence is gaining in popularity, but it's not going to be winning any Academy Awards for acting or writing. When we return, our weekly Tech Talk segment, you're watching First at 5. In this week's Tech Talk, we are discussing artificial intelligence, a telecom company, and the Academy Awards. To make sense of it all, let's bring in Ritesh Kotak, cybersecurity and tech analyst. We've reached him in Toronto. Hi there, Ritesh.
Hello.
Ontario's Auditor General discovered that unsafe AI sites were used by provincial government employees, putting data at risk. Tell us more.
Yeah, so this was a report. Actually, it comes as no surprise because we have seen situations where what I call shadow IT has been continuously creeping into not just government, but organizations in general. And that is government ends up banning, organizations end up banning particular applications, mainly around artificial intelligence as they develop policies. Well, guess what? Employees don't follow that. They just go ahead and create use secondary applications to make their life easier and their lives more efficient. However, that does pose a serious risk, which is what the Auditor General has flagged here. So think about doctors using apps to take notes and kind of the accuracy around that. Or think of a policy analyst that may want to do some research on upcoming policy, goes to one of these AI chatbots, puts in a question around, can you write me a draft policy on this particular issue, before any government announcement has been made. So now the AI knows that this announcement may be coming, but the world doesn't. And that's where these accidental disclosures and these policies need to be addressed sooner than later.
Ritesh, tell us, the federal government announced AI data cluster in British Columbia to boost sovereign computing power. What is happening here?
What is happening is we're going to keep hearing the word sovereignty, AI sovereignty, keeping data within Canada, more computing power. There's a high demand for this particular service. And what we're seeing is massive investment from the federal government and organizations to fill this void. A lot of people think about this. You take out your phone, you kind of have some information on the cloud, where is that cloud? Where is that data actually being located? And there's a big push to make sure that it stays within the geographical borders of Canada, because right now copies can be made, it could be stored just about anywhere in the world. And you think about organizations such as academic institutions doing research that really need this computing power but don't want the data leaving Canada. You can also think of governments and particular industries like healthcare that may have legal regulatory regulations of ensuring that data stays within a particular geography. So this is a huge demand and a lot of investment, and we're going to see even more of this.
Okay, officials with the Oscars say AI actors in writing cannot win awards. What do you think?
I think it makes sense. Look, here you have AI that could be used to write scripts, Hollywood actors that don't exist. We saw this in other industries as well. We saw this in music where AI bands were created. There was no mention that they're an AI band, and they ended up going to #1 on certain streaming platforms. So, and people felt a little bit deceived. They're like, well, this doesn't really feel like art or artistic expression. This is an algorithm. So I do get it from that sense. But from a technical standpoint, what percentage of this, when it becomes AI and kind of disqualifies the movie from potentially winning an award? Is it 10%? Is it 20%?
Ritesh, I always appreciate our conversations. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ritesh Kotak joined us from Toronto, and to see more of our Tech Talk segments, head to our website, CTV News Northern Ontario.ca. Our first community close-up comes to us from Timmins. The Timmins and District Hospital Foundation has received $200,000 from RBC. The money will go toward critical accessibility and safety upgrades. We are heading to Sault Ste. Marie, and Charles Fisher took this video. He set up a feeder and spotted plenty of chickadees that come every day to chow down and then fly off. Charles is a friend of the show. Thanks so much. And let's go to North Bay. Beverly Laporte snapped this photograph of a cow moose and her twin calves in her yard. That's a great shot. Thanks so much, Beverly. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And there's more news for the North, folks, coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.